Alright, what's up Transformers fans? In the last video I said that I was going to be giving some of my opinions about the new studio series that have come out. Now, that is not the new studio series Sunstreaker, nor is this the new studio series Wheeljack. However, after seeing the new studio series of both of these figures, I did want to kind of make a point about something. So right here is my Earthrise Wheeljack. If I don't knock the camera everywhere, sorry. Alright, so here's my Earthrise Wheeljack, and as you can tell, the chest is different because I've added a 3D print upgrade kit to it. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I love doing 3D print upgrades. So here he is. Now we're going to talk about this a little bit. This does still give him a waist swivel, but it's a more accurate chest piece in my opinion. Now I'm going to bring in the multi-pack, which is where that Sunstreaker is from. Bringing in the multi-pack Wheeljack, as you can see, and you know the paint job is definitely better on this one, but you can see that the chest is different. It's more streamlined. It's not quite as bulky. Kind of trims them up a little bit. I did that paint myself, so I apologize if it's a little messy. Like, the paint job could be better, but the overall look of it, you get the idea. Now, I do like the white, very direct approach that they took with this guy, but I like this chest piece way more. And there's actually some other features about this that I want to talk about. So, you're probably wondering, what does it look like in car mode? Exactly, let's get into that. So, you already know what the Wheeljack looks like in general, but let's get into this guy. Now, of course, transformation is the same, so I'm not really going to go over that. But it does work the same exact way. Let's get all of our accessories on there. Plenty of upgrades for the wings. I'm fine with these as they are, but you may want to look into upgrade kits for the wings. So, let's go ahead and get this guy transformed up into car mode. And maybe you've never seen this mold transform before, so if it's your first time, then awesome, this is how you do it. We're going to straighten out the arms that way, get that out of our way to bring it down like this. And of course, you know, I may want to make something a little more streamlined to go with that, but whatever, that's not the point. I'm not the world's best painter, okay? I don't know how many times I've said that in these videos. I am not the world's best painter, sorry. So, also, you'll notice these little bits here. Now, these little bits normally form the windshield on this guy there, but right here, they're just meant as gap fillers. So, they're going to still peg down to the same place that they normally would. Like so. And we're going to bring that up here. And peg it into place there. And then the roof is going to peg into place like it normally does. And you have our front covered up like this. Then, of course, we just fold in the arms that don't want to peg into place for some reason. That one went just fine. This one's being stubborn with me. Excuse me. Come on, you. What's wrong with you? Why are you not pegging up? I don't want to go. There it goes. Okay, now it should. Yeah, now it should work. Alright, so get that all clipped into place, and there you go. He has a little bit more of a streamlined look in the vehicle mode. Has a little bit more of a streamlined look in robot mode, and it still looks really cool in my opinion. And just these little minor tweaks can make your figures look awesome in my own personal opinion. And everything still works just fine. But yeah, these are now gap fillers instead of windshield fillers. So I really, really like this. This file is actually on Colts 3D. Now, On the file on Colts 3D, it's a little bit different. I actually modified this to do what I wanted it to do. On Colts 3D, you've got a little bit more of a gap in the front, but I modified mine to go ahead and peg into the legs and to cover up that gap. It's just a little bit longer, and it makes Wheeljack look a little bit more streamlined. So, and I bring that up, I make this video because in my own opinion, I really feel like this is what they should have done with the new Studio Series stuff, is made the figures look more like this. Like just little bitty changes, little bitty nuanced stuff to kind of like give you the same, maybe, you know, they want to remold the same figure. That's fine with me. I'm okay with remolds, but I think you could get a lot more out of your figure if you just do little modifications like this. Like slight little modifications make these characters look awesome. That's why I love these 3D printed upgrade kits. Is because you can take a mediocre figure and turn him into something awesome with a 3D printed upgrade kit. And to me, that's what this set does. So the set on Colts 3D, as I mentioned, is the chest and the two little gap fillers. Now, again, I modified the chest to be a little bit longer and to do the things in car mode that it does. So you can have the differences between the two right here. And there you go. So we're going to talk about Sunstreaker a little bit. And with Sunstreaker, I actually ended up getting a 3D printed upgrade kit for him, which pretty cool. Like, this gives him a spoiler in the car mode, and then in robot mode, as you've seen, it folds around, tucks into the wrist, and covers up that gap. And that's pretty cool, man. I love that. Then with these, covers up that gap in leg mode, and you can still, like, you don't have to take any of this stuff off in robot or in either mode. You can just plug every, like, transform it like you normally do, plug everything back up, and he still works. Now with Sunstreaker, I'm not going to go through transformation because I actually want to bring your attention to the upgrade kit that I think would make this character look really good. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to hopefully be able to put the images on the screen. That's going to be a first for me to do, editing the video like that. So I apologize if you're not seeing the images right now. But there is some pictures on Twitter of a guy who upgraded the chest piece and also upgraded the back pieces for the legs to where it looks a little more cartoon accurate, and he looks really good in vehicle mode as well. So I'm going to try to put those images on the screen. Once again, apologies if you're not seeing that right now. So that, in my opinion, these little nuances, these little upgrades, not this guy, there we go. These little nuances, these little upgrade kits, that to me is what the Studio Series line should be. Not just recolors and re-releases of the figures, but like tweak them a little bit. Just even the slightest little things can make them look so much better. So that's my opinion on that. I love the 3D printed upgrade kits. So like I said, I wanted to put my opinions on that. I wanted to say, you know, 3D printed upgrade kits definitely make your figures look a lot better. There's definitely a market for the 3D prints. They're all over TF Safari, they're all over eBay. 3D printed upgrade kits definitely make your Transformers figures look a lot better. I'm actually printing some 3D stuff right now, and I really feel like the Studio Series should have made these slight little tweaks to the figures to, you know, make them look better, first of all, and that would give the fans more of incentive to, like, oh, well, I like the way that one looks better, I'm gonna upgrade my Wheeljack. So that's just my opinion there, guys. But As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share the video, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I'll see you next time.